Box fighting is commonly regarded as one of the most essential fighting techniques that you must have mastered in Fortnite if you want to become an exceptional player. And it really does make sense, guys, because logically you guys are playing around your box, your builds, and your opponent's builds basically 24/7 when you're in a Fortnite match. So if you're able to navigate through it better, then you're obviously going to be a very, very well-rounded player. And just how regular athletes look up to the greats in their sports like the Kobe's, LeBron's, Michael Jordan's, etc., we could also look at the best players in Fortnite and see exactly what they do to draw inspiration from them. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to look no further than NRG's newest pickup, Clix, and we're going to take a look at his exceptional box fighting strategies and really break down what makes him such a great fighter. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at some of the box fights Clix initiates in his cash cup from a couple of days ago, and we're going to be able to see exactly how he's able to kill every single opponent he comes across. So if you guys are excited, you guys already know the drill. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and leave a like if you guys are excited for this kind of content. Leaving a like actually helps promote my video more on YouTube, and if you guys want to see me grow, I would really appreciate that. Also, consider using code hindog in the item shop if you're planning on making a purchase. With that said, let's get right into the video. So this video is going to be kind of backwards, where I'm actually going to give you all the information first, and then we're going to go back and explain everything in depth. Trust me, I know it's kind of weird, but it's the best way that I can convey this information to you, and you'll see what I mean here in just a second. So I've spent multiple hours over the past few days VOD reviewing Clix and looking for different patterns associated with how he addresses fights and how he's able to finish them so quickly. And this 3-step process that I'm about to explain to you guys sums things up so nicely you guys won't believe. Step 1. When you engage the fight, you want to take height and control the fighting pace. Taking the early control means that you get to dictate the pace, you get to dictate how much you want to push someone's box, whether you want to spam their walls, whether you want to actually pickaxe them, you control the pace. You need to be in the driver's seat and not in the defensive position. Clix does this each and every time and is amply rewarded for it. Secondly, you want to take appropriate piece control when possible. Building where you anticipate your opponent to go next is going to limit his options. If he was supposed to go left but you already built a wall to the left, only to edit the wall when he moves to left, well, now him moving left is not an option. This step is a preemptive maneuver that'll help you finish your fights. Not that piece control is actually going to finish your fight then and there, but it's going to set you up for success. In the clips I'm going to show you guys for the rest of this video, Clix uses preemptive piece control in almost every situation, and it will eventually come around to help him secure the elimination. You'll see what I mean. The third piece to the equation is deception, and what I mean by that is you want to make a move that will trigger your opponent to respond in an expected way. The most common example here would be an edit bait reset. You edit a wall such that your opponent is going to shoot you, but you instantly reset that wall such that his shot goes nowhere. And once you put all three of these pieces together, what you get is a perfect storm known as an uncounterable situation. Say you completed steps 1, 2, and 3 with absolute perfection. Well, you've taken control of the fight, you own a bunch of his walls, and you've baited out the shot. Now, even if only for a few seconds, you've put your opponent in a situation where he can't go anywhere, he can't shoot you back because he's already shot a shot, and switching to another weapon will take a solid second or two. And that's exactly when you strike. And you'll see Clix do this exact maneuver, and we'll show a bunch of clips and a bunch of examples of him doing this exact thing right here, where he puts his opponent in an uncounterable situation because he flawlessly completes steps 1 through 3. Now that I've given you guys the secret sauce, so to speak, or basically the strategy that Clix uses in every single fight, now we can regressively go back and watch gameplay where in a realistic scenario, he puts this to work. Notice that Clix is instantly eyeing the high ground as he looks for beams on his opponent. After he gets a tag or two on his opponent, he can control the pace of the height from the high ground. Whether he decides to spam or hold his shotgun out, that's really up to him. Step 2, of course, being piece control. He takes that wall and puts his opponent in a really bad spot. Time out here for just a second. Look how Clix goes for the shots, and then the moment his opponent turns around to shoot back, he goes for the reset. A perfect example of deception. And look how casual it is to him. He's securing the elimination basically every single time he's getting that first shotgun shot off, which means that it's practically impossible for him to die. This is no coincidence, ladies and gentlemen.
I hit that kid for like 190 with 0 mats, bro. That's the dumbest thing about it. Oh wait, instant Q. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna go probably. Fuck, I think I'm changing the drop.
Nah, don't change.
You don't think?
Just get the one game, bro. No.
High ground and tags
No
both
mats in the
secured
boat.
right now.
He's waiting for me on the island the second I fish away.
Can you help us?
I'll do that.
And look at that blazing fast piece control. 3 walls taken in record time. If you blinked, you were gonna miss it.
Kid has more than 50 shield, bro.
Can you come?
Very good.
Once again, that early tag sets him up in a prime position. And would you look at that, the guy is already practically in Clix's 1x1 based on how much piece control he got. And after the peanut butter edit baits out the shot, Clix gets to open up the edit for a free shot, which he takes advantage of to the fullest. And let me ask you guys this, did any of you, literally any one of you guys, think of placing a wall to the left there? Probably not, but guess what? Look how he could use this to his fullest advantage. Obviously, Clix misses a lot of shots here, but look at how little damage he took in that entire ordeal because he had the proper piece control. After Clix fully boxes his opponent here, look how he jumps over his box to trick his opponent a little bit so that he doesn't get popped after making the edit. This is stuff that you guys need to actively add into your rotation if you guys want to take as little damage as Clix is taking in this fight. Sometimes it's your awareness that will help you get the advantage early on into a box fight. Notice how Clix sees that this building is only supported by one build. Shooting out that one tile is going to mean that his opponent's going to be scrambling in the water.
What's good, big sexy?
Once again, guys, look at this absolutely masterclass piece control. You're seeing a trend here. Plus, look at his opponent, man. His opponent is literally looking in the opposite direction, meaning that Clix is going to get that first shot there every single time. As we start gearing up for the end game, notice a stark contrast between what you might be doing and what Clix does in this situation. Instead of getting scared and boxing up, he takes this time as an opportunity to go in and get very aggressive on his opponents that might be thinking very passively. He jumps into his opponent's box, takes a bunch of pieces for a quick elim. Once again, Clix smells blood, so he's going to be charging in this scenario. He places a ramp in his opponent's box, gets in there, and is continuing the piece control. Look at how many walls he places and how absolutely dazed his opponent is by the time he gets in the box. Clix would pick up another elimination or two and then falls to second place after his opponent got a very lucky one pump on him. Now, regardless that he didn't actually get the victory royale and he didn't get the points associated with that, think about how many points he got simply because he got all those kills. His mechanical prowess was the reason why he turned that game from an average game to a very exceptional game. Those 10 points at the end of the day mean more than you could ever imagine. So hopefully it's quite evident at this point that from all those box fighting scenarios, you see that there's a pattern beginning to form. After you take control of the fight, it becomes a matter of how you can suffocate your opponent to the fullest. And to do that, you guys are going to need to use all the assets in your inventory, starting with your building blocks, because placing those walls, placing those cones, placing those ramps are going to do more than you could ever imagine. And then once you've put your opponent in a very suffocated spot, baiting out his shot, and then putting a shot of your own that's going to deal way more damage is going to be what actually secures the elimination. You can't kill your opponent without actually going head to head and putting a shot on him. So you need to do it in the safest and most responsible way. Now that you guys all know the blueprint of how to become a successful box fighter, it really all comes down to two things. One, your mechanical constraint, meaning how many edits you guys can do, how fast you guys can actually pull off the piece control, and two, the game awareness or the game sense to actually pull off these skills in real time. Because if you can't first acknowledge what you need to do and then second execute on that, then none of these tips actually matter. This is why going forward, after you guys finish watching this video, I want you guys to have some key takeaways. First and foremost, I want to congratulate all of you guys for making it to this point in the video, because this means that you guys are acutely aware that you must be doing some research in terms of how to actually become a better box fighter. Not only watching videos like this, but the other videos on my channel in combination with watching pro players and seeing exactly what they do, that's going to build up your mind, that's going to make you a smarter player, that's going to show you what the key things that you need to be doing in your own gameplay, aka building up your game sense. Because game sense is simply a learned behavior, meaning that you need to have a reference point or someone that knows more than you to actually build off of that. This channel is a perfect example, a very good resource that you guys can use. I have other videos based on box fighting techniques that are a lot more mechanical. You guys will definitely take advantage of that if you go check it out in the link in the description. But this second part is where most people fail, and that is actually going in and putting in the time, putting in that grind to actually build up your mechanical know-how. You guys absolutely must hit those creative servers and really practice those box fighting mechanics, the free building mechanics, and all these different mechanics associated with realistic scenarios. Because at the end of the day, if the only thing you're doing is watching videos like this and you're not actually trying to apply it in your own game, then you're basically just like a bodybuilder that only watches YouTube videos and doesn't actually go lift weights for himself. Think about mechanics as weightlifting. You have to put in those reps so you can build that muscle memory such that the next time you hop on, it's going to be second instinct to you. Alrighty folks, I think I've said my piece in this video. That's really all I got for you guys. So once again, if you guys did enjoy the video and you made it to this point, please consider leaving a like. I would really appreciate that. Other than that, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.